Whoa. It is halftime in the Catalan derby between FC Barcelona and Girona FC, right? So the score is 2-1 in favor of the away side, Girona FC against Barcelona. So let me give you a quick analysis on the first 45 minutes, what took place, right? So Girona took the lead in the 12th minute of the game, thanks to the Ukrainian combination between Viktor Chikankov as well as Artem Dovbek. It was a great combination between the two Ukrainians, Chikankov setting up Dovbek, who put the ball into the back of the net as it hit the post and went in, right? That was the first goal in the 12th minute of the game. But before, let's talk about the action that happened before the goal actually happened, right? We saw from the very get-go that Girona did attack in the first 5 minutes. In the early stages of the game, they did attack. They showed intent, right? It was basically end-to-end stuff between both sides. We saw what, they had an opportunity. Dovbek, he took a shot and then it was easily saved by Inaki Pena in the Barca goal. And then we also saw again, secondly, with Barcelona also going on the attack with Jules Koundé. Yes, it was an attempt to cross, but yes, it was easily collected by the Argentine goalkeeper who's in the Girona goal, right? And let's look at it from that point onwards, from the goal, right? The goal came very easily. You understand? It was a great pass by Inigo Martin, setting out Chikankov. You could see Christensen was trying to cut out the ball, and again, Girona did so well to cut out those spaces, they did so well to actually exploit those gaps that Barcelona left, right? You have to understand that Cancelo was far in an attacking position, right? He was far in an attacking position. So, right, what Girona did so well is that they actually exploited those spaces that Cancelo left defensively. As you can see, there was so much space, so many gaps right there. A huge gap, right? And as you could see, Christensen was trying to cut out the pass, right? Which actually said Chikankov, free, right? And another issue is that Ronald Araujo played him onside. So definitely that was not an offside. And great goal by Dovbek, the Ukrainian striker. That was a combination of both the Ukrainians, right? Who simply is enjoying life in Spain for Girona since joining Girona in the summer. But then we saw Barcelona hit back immediately, right? It all started with a great cross by João Cancelo, crossing from the left-hand side all the way to the back post, which was made by Rafinha, but great save once again by the Girona goalkeeper, which was a corner kick eventually after that. And from the resulting corner, we saw Rafinha took the corner kick, and guess who got the goal? Robert Lewandowski, scoring his eighth league goal of the season, right? And how much did he need that goal? He really needed that goal. It's a massive confidence booster for him, and it's a very big goal for him as well as Barcelona, because understanding the fact that Lewandowski had not scored for Barcelona since November the 12th. Against Almeria. That's the last time he had actually scored for the Blaugrana when he scored a brace against bottom of the league table side Almeria, right? And from that point onwards, we saw Barcelona were very superior. They created so many chances. They were actually the better of the two teams. But let me just say it, right? In as much as Barca were the better of the two teams, what actually happened was that Girona were more tactically better than Barca. You understand? It's just it seems to me when you look at Xavi as well as Mikel Sanchez, the coach of Girona, Mikel Sanchez, it's just a matter of winning this game based on tactics. And simply right now, as you can see, Girona have never beaten Barcelona in La Liga, right? They've never ever beaten Barcelona in La Liga, and they're set to make history, man. And guess who got their second goal? The third goal of the game, their second goal in the 40th minute. It has been coming. Former Real Madrid left back Miguel Gutierrez. Hey man, this boy has been a menace to that Barca defense, man. He has been a menace. He's the one who had so many opportunities, man. We saw that one chance that he had, that half chance that he had, only to drag his effort wide. We saw the other chance that he had, forcing a save out of the Barcelona goalkeeper Inaki Pena. We also saw another one where he just dragged his shot narrowly wide. That was just narrowly wide. He has been a menace to this Barcelona defense, and eventually he did get his goal, deservedly so. I mean, guess who? How it came? Inigo Martin, great combination play, ones and twos between Inigo Martin as well as Alex Garcia. Back to Inigo Martin, setting up Miguel Gutierrez, and what a wonderful shot that was. Wonderful goal in the 40th minute, man. That was just brilliant stuff from Girona. And that's how they're winning this game. Barca have been far superior than, obviously, Girona created the better of the chances before that goal came, right? But Girona are just winning this game based on tactics. And, right now what they just need to do properly in the second half, Barcelona, is that they need to find a way in order to contain Miguel Gutierrez, and as well as they need to actually close those gaps that they're leaving behind on the left hand side, where Cancelo, you understand, he's more of an attacking player. He's not really much of a defensive player. You understand? That's what you see, and Girona are really exploiting those gaps very well. We've seen so many counter-attacking opportunities from Girona where they could have actually scored 3-4 goals already, right? Even same thing with Barcelona. Cancelo did very well. A lovely 1-2 between him and his compatriot João Felix. Cancelo, yes, he did so well, creating the opportunity for himself, creating the opening. You might actually think that he could have, what was the better option was for him to actually pass the ball to Robert Lewandowski. But yeah, man, it was way in his sight. Yes, he decided to go for goal. And yeah, great block by the Girona goalkeeper once again. He has made a couple of wonderful saves. I mean, he has made, I think, 4 saves so far in the game, the Girona goalkeeper. 4 critical saves, crucial saves. And perhaps those might be match-winning saves, if we're out to say the least, depending on how long, depending on if possible, Girona can hold on to this famous lead, away to Barcelona. Reminder, they've never beaten Barcelona in La Liga, so currently they are leading by 2-1. And remember, coming into this one, Girona are even above Barcelona. To say, shockingly, surprisingly, they are above Barcelona. So the fairy tale season does continue. Remember, coming into this one, only 4 points separates both of these clubs, right? Barcelona find themselves in 4th position, level on points after Atletico got their victory earlier today against Almeria, right? So they are level on points with Atletico Madrid on 34 points, and then Girona on 38 points in 2nd position, just a point behind log leaders Real Madrid. So basically 4 points separate these two sides, which is Barcelona and Girona. So let's hope that Barcelona can crawl their way back into the game and actually, secure a famous victory, come from behind victory, or perhaps will Girona hold on to this lead, this famous lead. We wait to see in the next 45 minutes. Cheers, man. Hopefully you guys are also watching, and to all the Barcelona fans at home, keep your fingers crossed. Perhaps you guys might come back into the game. It's just that right now Barcelona just need to contain Miguel Gutierrez, you understand, and those spaces, they should not leave those spaces, those gaps. They need to close them down, as well as Barcelona need to really be more clinical in front of goal, capitalize on their opportunities. They just need to capitalize more on their opportunities. We also saw that Rafinha had a long-range effort, right, which was easily saved by the Girona goalkeeper once again. So like I'm saying, Barcelona, they just need to close those gaps. They need to also be more tactically superior compared to their Girona counterparts. Make the possession work in their favor. Also be more tactical, right? Tactically strategic, as well as, just put the ball in the back of the net, capitalize on their opportunities. You understand? That's as simple as that. So second half will be beginning shortly in a few minutes time. So just let me know on your guys' own predictions and what you think. Who do you think will secure all 3 points into this highly anticipated encounter? It's a very brutalizing affair. It's a very, tantalizing affair. It's got everything, the drama, the end-to-end stuff. You can see how exciting, how enticing, it is. Let's just say the least, man. Gundogan, Frankie de Jong, Pedri have had a very solid game in that Barcelona midfield. As well as I can say the same for the Girona midfield. The likes of Martin, the likes of... even though you see him playing more, Miguel Gutierrez playing more in the attacking role, although naturally he's a left back, but you see him operating in that attacking space, in the creative space in the midfield. And that's where he's causing all sorts of problems for Barcelona. So hopefully Barcelona can get back into this game and bounce back and get that much needed 3 points in order to close the gap on their rivals Real Madrid as well as Girona. Well. Okay, Girona, historic victory over Barcelona. This is their first victory over Barcelona in its history in La Liga, right? Girona won the game by 4 goals to 2. Incredible, right? I know, I understand. So let's get straight to the second half. Let's cut it short, right? So Barcelona had a great start in the second stanza, right? As they showed their attacking intentions after, Frankie De Jong forced the save out of their shots out of the Girona shot stopper Paulo Gazzaniga, right? The Argentine. Again, that was his fifth save of the game, right? And you could see from that point onwards, Barcelona were more dominant in the second half. I understand. They created so many chances. I mean, look up until the end of the game. Barcelona had 31 shots at goal. What's even crazy to me, they only managed to convert twice. They only managed to score 2 goals only. Even after being more on the front foot in the first 20 minutes in the second stanza, Xavi had to actually change personnel in attack. As you saw, he had to bring in Lamine Yamal as well as Ferran Torres, who did enter the park in the place of João Felix as well as Rafinha. Rafinha, second half performance was very dismal. Yes, he did have a good game in the first half. Yes. But I think sometimes his decision making really let him down at times. You understand? His decision making really let him down at times, including João Felix. João Felix was so lethargic in the second half. You could see João Felix lacked enthusiasm. He did not possess that same energy that we saw in that game against his old club, Atletico Madrid, coming into this one. First half, both players were great, but second half, they were just really not at it. They were not in the game, and I understand why Xavi had to make those changes, right? He also did introduce left back Alejandro Balde. But for me, that was just not enough. I did not understand what was Xavi's game plan from that point onwards. I did not understand the tactics, because what I would think right now, he decided to play Alejandro Balde as a central defense, right? In central defense, which really didn't make sense to me, because the suitable thing, the much wise option would be to play Cancelo on the right, drift him on the right. Yes, you replace Christensen for Balde. So take Cancelo on the right hand side of defense, and then you also play Alejandro Balde in his favorite left back position where he's more effective. And then obviously now you have a centre back pairing of Arujo as well as Jules Koundé, but he didn't go for that. Xavi opted for a situation whereby Balde had to slot more into that central defense, and you could see the boy really struggled. You just did not understand what Xavi's intentions were. You didn't even understand what Balde's position was. You understand? You did not even understand what was Xavi really expecting, because at times what you saw, Cancelo was even drifting as a centre back. Sometimes Balde would drift on the left, right back position. Cancelo would then go back again. Balde would come back again. It really did not make sense, because like I said earlier on, the suitable option would be play Cancelo on the right hand side and then Balde on the left hand side. Then you create the easy synergy in order for you getting back into the game. But Xavi really complicated things again. And this game was one based on tactics. It was one based on tactics. Let's go again, right? There we saw. However, unfortunately for Barcelona, even with these changes, it did not make much of a difference due to the fact that Girona went 3-1 up with 10 minutes before time. I mean, that was a great finish by substitute Valerie Fernandez, the 24-year-old Spanish midfielder. Great finish from a great long pass from the Uruguayan veteran Christian Stuani. Again, it was a combination of the substitutions. It was a combination of the two substitutions. Christian Stuani setting up Valerie Fernandez. Great finish from the Spanish midfielder. Again, that was his first league goal of the season. And I mean, that was historic, groundbreaking. I mean, that game was wrapped up But hey, knowing Barcelona, they've made astonishing comebacks in the past. Remember the time when they were 2-0 down against Celta de Vigo, and then only for them to come back into the game and win by 3-2. So with less than 10 minutes to go, perhaps a fairy tale could happen, and we almost saw that, but it was too little too late. We saw that 5 minutes from time in stoppage time. Ilkay Gundogan pulled the goal back late in stoppage time after a great square pass by Ferran Torres, and then Gundogan, what a wonderful turn, slotting the ball into the back of the net with his left foot. But then, unfortunately, from that point onwards, Lewandowski could have gotten the equalizer. But I guess it was one of those games. Yes, it came off his shoulder. Unfortunately, he did not get the sweetest of connections to the ball. I mean, that was a great cross again by Lamine Yamal. Great cross by the young lad, setting up Lewandowski. But unfortunately, the veteran Polish star was just not, he didn't get the cleanest of, connections to the ball. It hit his shoulder, and then unfortunately it had to go out of play. Great opportunity missed for Barcelona. That could have been 3-3 in a space of just 2 minutes. And then what did we see later on? Girona, once again, they killed the game off later in stoppage time. As Stuani got on the end of a sensational cross, you understand, to score his 6th league goal of the season. You can see that Stuani, man, age is just not affecting him at all. It's not affecting his game at all. That's now his 6th league goal of the season. And look, that's a sensational victory for Girona. Well played, Girona. Well played. I mean, 38 goals scored, 20 goals conceded this season. Well played, Girona. Now they go at the top of the table ahead of Real Madrid with 41 points. They're now on 41 points. 7 points ahead of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. And now they are 2 points ahead of Real Madrid, who are in second position. I mean, great shift by Mikel Sanchez and his men. And I guess this game was won based on tactics. I think Barcelona had the superior hand in this game, but unfortunately for them, Girona were far more tactically better. Girona were far more better in terms of play, in terms of reading the game. You understand? If you think about it, Girona were far better than Barcelona in terms of reading the game. Whether they even had the ball or off the ball, they were, superb, Girona. Off the ball, on the ball, they were superb. You understand? And their reading of the game is what led them to win this game. What I can also say, again, great defensive shift from Girona. Great defensive shift once again from Daley Blind, even though he did eventually get a yellow card. But I guess the veteran as well, the veteran Dutch defender, age is just not catching up with him at all. Great performance. Let's just say it. And, Miguel Gutierrez, deservedly man of the match. Eric Garcia, the Barcelona loanee. Barcelona sent Eric Garcia on loan to Girona to get some more minutes. And guess what he just did against his parent club? Right now. That is just astonishing. Great shift by Girona. Great game. It was a great game of football to watch. Again, Barcelona, they've been exposed. They haven't had the best of seasons so far, and I guess they've been exposed. I think Xavi just needs to change his tactics. Tactically, Mikel Sanchez, his Spanish counterpart, was far superior than him. Way more superior than him. And that's exactly what we saw on the field of play. Great game by Girona. Great man of the match performance again by Miguel Gutierrez. Well deserved by him. What a wonderful shot. He's the one who scored the second goal. What a wonderful goal that was. Great performance by Ivan Martin as well. Great performance by their shot stopper, Paulo Gazzaniga, the Argentine. It was just a great performance all round from this Girona team, and I sincerely believe they will go all the way to win the league title. With this kind of performance, they will go all the way. They will go all the way. Fucking hell. Sorry about that. It is in my belief that Girona will go all the way to win the title. They will go all the way. This is another fairy tale season. This is another Leicester City that we're going to see in La Liga. This season's La Liga season is so much, exciting. It's so much, it's enterprising. It's so enticing, this season of La Liga. What I'm seeing in La Liga this season It's the same thing that I'm seeing in Serie A. It's the same thing that I'm also seeing in Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen are really, taking the league by storm. They're yet to even lose a single game this season, Bayer Leverkusen. Great credit goes again to another Spanish coach, Xavi Alonso. What's going on with these Spanish coaches, guys? Can someone tell me what is going on with these Spanish coaches? Are they just superior tactically or what? Because it seems like Spanish coaches and Italian coaches are the ones that are doing the job. They're doing so well, man. They're doing so well. Congratulations once again to Girona, man. Tough luck for Barcelona. We'll be in touch pretty soon, man. I hope you liked. I hope you please share this video and please subscribe. And please don't forget to comment and make your own predictions, make your own analysis as well in the comment section. We'll be in touch pretty soon. Cheers, man.